This is something that I do at least 2 times a week, and that is go to the sauna. It's a far infrared sauna. The light has actually just blown. Normally there's a light in here, but the heat definitely makes me sweat. It's at 140, 149 or 147, 150 right now, and I usually stay in here for about 30 minutes. You can't tell, but I'm completely naked, which is one of the reasons I'm filming in the sauna, is because the light is off. And this is a really good way to just kind of get toxins out of the body, along with the enemas that I mentioned before, as well as the baths, which consist usually of Epsom salts, different types of salts, and MMS. For me, that's just my personal choice. Most people think it's controversial, but again, they're not going through what I'm going through, so you have to make that choice for yourself. Let me get some water here. It's getting hot. Anyway, I tend to, my body, because of pathogens and bacteria, I tend to run pretty cold. My body temperature is usually between 96 and 97. So coming into the sauna at like 120 or 130 degrees doesn't really work for me, because I'm already cold. So I need a higher degree of heat in order to sweat, like how I need to be sweating. Yeah, today I feel okay. I talked to my doctor, and she's going to refill my prescriptions when our appointment is, but she's not, because I'm on Medicaid, I'm limited to how many laboratories I can get. So instead of every month doing blood tests, I have to do them like every 2 months, which is not good for my liver or my kidneys, not to be like checking it constantly and be on top of it. But Medicaid is Medicaid, and that's my limit. So I just have to hope that in the meantime, in the interim, that I'm protected. That again, you know, I leave it up to God, because I can't, there's nothing I could do. There's literally nothing I could do. I can't make my, you know, Medicaid give me more visits, because my doctor is out of pocket. And everything is out of pocket. My visits to the doctor are out of pocket. My blood work is mostly out of pocket past the 18. Any prescriptions, you know, most prescriptions are out of pocket. And Lyme is really expensive. The meds are extremely expensive. Mepron, in fact, is $1,500 a month. That's without Medicaid. So, you know, if I didn't have Medicaid or I wasn't approved, I definitely, I wouldn't be getting, people are not going to get better, because this is just an unaffordable illness, like it really is. But, yeah, so long story short, yeah, this is one of the things I do for detox. So I'm going to wrap it up here, because I don't think you can really see me anyway, this darkness video, and I'll just post it in between another light video when I get out, because I can't think right now. Okay, so talk to you later. Bye. Hi. So I feel absolutely awesome right now. Why I have these glasses. I don't need them actually. My lymph, I have bags under my eyes because my lymph is moving slow, but at the place where I go to get far infrared sauna, they have a rebounder. They actually have just put in a trampoline, so hopefully these bags on top of all my other detox things. These bags will go. So the sauna helps me to detox and sweat out toxins. Most people do like quote unquote cleanse, healthy people. And then they feel better. They do their little cleanse and then they're good to go. They actually take on my diet, do the things that I'm doing to detox, and then they feel better. And then they go right back to their lives of eating crap for the body and toxifying the body all over again. I don't have the ability to do that. I can't do that. So one thing I realized is that my entire life has become a detox. People detox from sugar, people detox from carbs, you know, they detox from a lot of things. And that's my life. My life has become detox because how sick I am. I wouldn't trade my diet now for the standard American diet in any way, shape, or form. As much as I crave certain foods and stuff, I have already learned how to beat those cravings. I have mainly a paleo / vegan / vegetarian / ketogenic diet because it's one that I have had to kind of create for myself. And thankfully I've had some help in that area from people from my support group who have gone through this already, and they're already getting well, but they didn't have all these co-infections like I did, and they're getting well naturally. They're doing the natural route, which I did the natural route already, hence that's why I'm going on meds now, because I have done the natural route. My first year and a half, actually my first 19 months or 20 months now of this illness has all been natural. Detoxing, well, I didn't have as much detoxing as I'm doing now, but I did, was detoxing with food. I was taking herbs and supplements and different treatments like massage, like get rid of toxins. I didn't do enemas. I wasn't doing far infrared, but I was doing saunas. And so I went that route, all kinds of herbals and all that stuff. That hasn't worked for me. I have all the same symptoms, especially of Morgellons, that I had since the beginning. I mean, to me, that's not healing. Saying it doesn't work, it actually does work for most people. Natural route has worked for some people, and I think that depends on your level of immunity. I think that depends on a lot of different factors. And for me, before I got this, I don't think I've said my story, but I'll do that maybe in another day. Maybe when I start the antibiotics. But my story is, I don't have great immunity. I didn't start out with a strong immune system and, all these things. Like, I think even just the ability of the liver to detox toxins is a big deal. And some people have a gene mutation. I'm about to find out in the next couple of months if I have that gene mutation. That doesn't allow their bodies to really detox the way that they're supposed to. So they definitely don't see improvement on the herbals and such. But other people, they do, I know people who've had Morgellons and they're like, yeah, my symptoms were gone in 3 months. That's freaking amazing. Like, I haven't been able to get rid of my symptoms in 20 months. And again, it's because even though I thought I was only fighting that one infection, I'm fighting a lot more infections, Babesia, Bartonella, and all these things, and they are showing themselves in strength and in numbers, and increasing in what they increase in what they adapt to, and they adapt quickly. So if I used coconut oil, let's say, to get rid of whatever, or garlic. I used to eat raw garlic, and I used raw garlic for a very long time. Raw garlic actually stops working. Coconut oil, same thing. So I'm in the phase where, you know, these things are no longer being killed off by the things that I originally started with. Hence why I had to tweak my diet, tweak my lifestyle, tweak like everything, just to kind of keep one step ahead of these little bastards. What was I saying? I forgot. Sometimes I just lose my train of thought. Yeah, I don't remember, but I went off, I think, on a tangent. Oh, I was talking about the detox of sauna. So with Morgellons, you have the need to detox the skin, especially. And infrared sauna has been shown to help people like us with that, because we have a lot of particles and weird little things in our skin that needs to come out, basically. Things like the sauna, the baths, the oiling of the skin, or doing certain things to the skin to draw things out. That stuff is kind of necessary. As much as, you know, we may not want it to be necessary and want to just be able to live like a normal person. When you have this, you just can't. You kind of have to let that go, because there is a new normal that is created with this. And that new normal is this lifestyle of detox. That new normal is, you know, not planning for the future, because you don't know what the future is going to be. You don't know how the next day is going to be, or the next week, or if you're going to get worse, especially on meds, or if you're going to get better, or if you're going to be symptom free. And I took niacin before the sauna to sweat a little bit more, and I also took a B12. B12 is very important for the body. These are my meds that I'm currently taking. Sorry about the bed. It's not been made. This is my fiance's bed, that's my bed. But it's magnesium, a liver supplement, milk with milk thistle mainly, digestion supplement, the niacin, D, C, B, and biofilm busters. Biofilm is basically like why this illness is protected. Well, how bacteria are protected, how parasites are protected. This biofilm that they live in, that bacteria actually creates, protects them from our antibiotics. I'm gonna actually have to push my LLMD to put me on antibiotics, because I feel like she wants to go slow, so that I don't herx and kind of give up on this. But what she doesn't know is that I already took antibiotics before I saw her, and I don't want these bacteria, which I just mentioned are adaptive. I don't want second and third generation of these Lyme, Borrelia, or Babesia, or Bartonella, Mycoplasma, or Ehrlichia, whatever, to become adaptive. The generations following, the one generation will die, but then the following generation has like a resistance. The last 2 days has been insomnia. Here's another wonderful Mepron issue. When you get on Mepron, you may be one of those people, I am, who have difficulty sleeping. It's terrible, because even if you do go to sleep, or you take something to go to sleep, especially like melatonin, which I take, it's natural, you can't stay asleep. Like, you'll wake up and then you'll be just awake. Yeah, just so this is kind of just a heads up, like that is going to probably give you insomnia. For a lot of people, it's been noted that atopical slash Mepron also gives you like nausea and kind of abdominal pains and stuff like that. I haven't gotten almost any of that, and I think that's due to my extremely high fat diet. My diet is, or the fats that I actually consume is 4. I consume avocados, nuts slash almonds, pretty much only almonds because I can't tolerate any other nuts, olive oil, and coconut oil. Those are literally my only fats. And my high fat diet, I haven't had any stomach issues with this medication because you're supposed to take it with fat, and that's not a problem for me. Like, even if I don't eat, I know that my fat is high, my cholesterol is high, and in a safe way though. My cholesterol, it has been, well, what the doctor said is that my cholesterol is beautiful. Like, it's high, but it's high in the way that it's supposed to be high. It's a ratio. So there's like good cholesterol, bad cholesterol, and my good cholesterol is like great, and my bad cholesterol is low. So definitely diet is a part of this. And I want to say, as I did in my other video, like, if you have Morgellons, you need to quit sugar. I know it's hard, and I know that it for some people it brings comfort, and I noticed that for me it brought comfort. Actually, God showed me, like, you are addicted to sugar because you have always gone to sugar for comfort when you're sad or when you're frustrated or when you're stressed out. And I had to learn kind of the hard way, like how to quit the sugar and how to stop doing that and find something else to turn to. Hidden sugars are things like fruit, honey, wheat, rices, pastas, tubers. Some tubers become carbohydrate or become they're starches, but they feed like yeast and they feed bacteria. So no potatoes, none of that stuff. Corn is a huge sugar culprit, and anything made of corn, anything made of rice, anything made of wheat, these things are all going to become sugar in your body, and they become sugar in your body fast. So they're like a quick injection, like, here you go guys, eat up, and then they reproduce. So what you want to do is just cut that stuff out. And there's a lot of even LLMDs that they don't recognize. Any ones that are treating Morgellons, they don't realize the sugar connection. But they'll tell you as Lyme knowledgeable, like, you have to quit sugar. But what they don't realize is that dairy is sugar. Cheese is sugar. All these things becomes sugar. So you cannot eat them. You have to stop eating them. Gluten, sugar, all gluten products generally become sugar in the body. Those tubers, like I said, they also become sugar in the body. So any of those things are going to increase your symptoms. Not to mention, like, those of you who are eating like Oreos and chips and cookies and things that have other chemicals, which definitely increase your symptoms. But even if you try to eat naturally healthy, you can't eat those things. Like, you have to have a period at least. You don't have to quit them forever, but you have to have a period where you just do not eat them. And that's stage 1. That's the stage 1 diet that I was talking about. So stage 1 is no nuts, no tubers, no rices, no pastas, no breads, no sweet vegetables, no carrots, no beets, definitely no honeys, no syrups, no fruit. The fruit that you can try are lemons and limes. They haven't given anybody symptoms, so they're safe. And you can make a lot of things with those. And definitely no refined sugar. I mean, nothing in the buy nothing from the supermarket other than produce. Everything that is sold in the supermarket, you need to be aware that that is processed. It also has hidden sugar. And not only that, but it'll have other things, other quote-unquote chemicals that are just not good for us, and they actually feed this illness. So to become close to symptom-free and to do it naturally, that is what has worked for almost everyone who has done it, plus the herbs and such. My Instagram has some examples of those kinds of meals and what they look like. And they're tasty. You're not gonna starve. You're not gonna go hungry on this diet. You definitely have a lot of food options. They're just different options. But if you want your health back, and I hope that you do want your health back, because I know that I really want mine, you have to do this. You have to do this for yourself. You have to try to get to that place where you're not feeding your illness anymore. And that's really hard, you know. It's really hard, and I have compassion for those of you who are going to be struggling with that. And if I can help you in any way, I will, actually. But you have to do that. I can't stress that enough. That is the only way that you will continue to feed yourself and nourish yourself, but not be, you know, giving these guys an upper hand. You don't want to give bacteria or fungus anything to, you know, get happy about. So that's it. I'm not sure how I'm going to put this video together, but yeah, so detox and no sugar. I cannot stress that enough. And detox methods that you can use are, like I said, enemas. Enema's pretty gross for most people, so you might not want to start there, and I don't even recommend that you start there. I would recommend that you just start with changing your diet. Get people on board, because it's hard to quit sugar. You'll notice that. It's an addiction, like any other addiction. So, thank you for watching, and have a good day.